Hi again, Renee H. Jurgensen here from Coinvans. I'm now going to we're looking at how to invest in crypto, and I'm now looking at my second step in how to become successful in your crypto investing. And that second step is strategy. So the second step is really to think about what is your crypto strategy, right? And that of course comes back again to your goal. What is your goal here? Are you want to become ultra rich? You want to become a multimillionaire and buy yachts and private jets? Okay, then we have to be very aggressive. Obviously, if you are, if you're in your 60s, you're thinking about retirement. Maybe you're thinking about leaving money for your kids, grandkids. Then we have to be a little bit more conservative, right? So this really comes down to what is your goal? What do you want out? What is your actual exit strategy, which we're going to talk about later? What do you want at the end of this? What is your ultimate goal here? And that ties into your strategy, right? So this is something that we need to consider. And that of course also relates to what we saw earlier in the first step, that what is your risk tolerance, right? So that's very important to consider here. But basically, let's start with when we're talking about strategy. I think the first thing to talk about is that you might hear or see people that talk about trading, day trading in crypto, and it all looks very cool and very fashionable, and people are bragging about these gains and that gains, and you know, it's also what we see in the movies in stock trading, right? But really the actual data both in the stock market and in crypto shows us that the longer you trade, the more you lose. So basically, nobody can be a winner. People might brag about 1 or 2 wins, but they cannot win consistently. And that applies to the stock market, and it also applies to the crypto market. And basically that is because nobody can predict the market, right? It's a little bit of a vanity to think, oh, I'm gonna know what the whole world, what the market, you know. Imagine all the factors, all the human psychology, the emotions, the macro data, everything. I mean, who can predict that, right? That is a little bit of I would say it's a little bit of a form of arrogance, and I highly discourage trading, right? We also see in crypto that actually 97% of people who day trade in crypto, they end up losing money. So are you going to be the 3%? Are you the top 1% in the stock market that can beat the market and predict the market every time? I think that's probably highly unlikely. So let's go back to my favorite quote that I like to use, is that there are 2 kinds of people that lose money in crypto. And in the stock market, it's the same thing, but there are 2 kinds of people that lose money. The people that know nothing, just beginning, and then the people that know everything, right? So the people that know everything, I would say those are probably the day traders. And I have a few friends that are doing that, and they're still losing money. And I keep telling them, when are you going to grow up? When are we going to get serious and real here, right? So actually, I think the better strategy would be just to hodl. We call hodl, just hodl with your crypto and just hold on to it and just ride it all the way up, right? Because that's the same with the stock market. The stock market is not going backwards. We will have some corrections and some swings, but it's not going back, right? We keep going up. Same with the real estate market. All assets basically, because the world is inflating and the market is growing, etc. It is going the right way, right? So you can do the same with crypto. If you want to be a conservative investor, if you're investing for your retirement, you can say, okay, I'm okay with a 5x in 5 years, or you can do 5x in 2 years or in 1 year, and you can invest a little bit more conservatively. If you just follow Bitcoin itself, you're going to get, last year you had 156% gain. So if you just buy Bitcoin and hold on to it, actually the last 5 years, the average gain is 155%. So if you just I pretty much think you could count on something similar to continue. So if you just buy Bitcoin and you hold on to it year over year, you're going to have a consistent gain of at least over 100%. 150% is the last 5-6 years, and I think something like that is going to be continuing, right? But you can also do what's very famous in regular investing, which is what we call dollar cost averaging. So basically each month you take out an amount. You can also do a monthly payment plan. We can do it here with you at Coinvans to help you set a monthly payment plan. So each month you take out an amount and you keep investing it on a regular basis. And that means that whether the market is up or down, you just keep putting more money in. And over time, because the market keeps going up, you're actually winning more and more and more, and your portfolio is growing. So dollar cost average, it's very successful in the stock market, but it also works in the crypto market. There's not that big of a difference in that way, because we are ruled by the same principles. Investing is human psychology, human emotions, even though Crypto is different. It's more technical. It can be a little bit more difficult with wallets and cold storage and everything. A little bit more technical, but markets are ruled by human emotions and human psychology. So it's basically the same principles that we can use to understand the market and become successful. And so then that leaves us with really what strategy that we promote, I use personally, that we use at Coinbase, which is buy the dip. And so buy the dip is really very simple strategy. It means you buy low and you sell high. So any type of business you're in, whatever you're doing, cost of goods has to be low, and then you have a sales price that gives you a profit. That extra profit is where you can pay off your business expense, and that's also where you have your regular profit, right? So buy low, sell high, very simple, but of course it is not always that easy to implement, because you have to actually understand something that's very important. And I think this is one of the most important things in crypto investing. Same thing with the regular market, which is really how to understand the market cycles. And so there's a very famous book by Howard Marks. He was we're told that Warren Buffett actually asked him to write the book because he felt he really had some knowledge to bring the world. But basically his book is Mastering the Market Cycle. And that is the same for the stock market, but it's also the same for the crypto market. We really need to understand how the markets evolve, how they move. And once we understand that, we're able to time our investments, right? We can time our investments to figuring out, okay, what is happening right now? Right now, we're in a correction and we're dropping. Where is the bottom? When is the time to start accumulating? And we also have, there are a lot of charts that can help us. Plan B is kind of the oracle. He has a stock to flow chart that helps us. I will look into that in the next step, because in the next video, I'm going to talk about the market cycles and go a little bit deeper into explaining how this works. So hopefully see you in the next video.